Oh, hello. This is Arlene Arnold, and I'm a spiritual guide and healing facilitator. Our work is on transformationaltools.com, and Leslie Romine is with me today. And Leslie has been our trainer for the complementary color therapy. She's on our leadership team, and she's my long good friend. So we're here to give you a number of things. I want to tell you that we're going to go in a little bit into the solstice energy because we're still in that. And then we're going to go into the full moon energy because that is also a part of what we're in the midst of. And then we'll go into the cards for this coming week. And finally, we will do individual readings for whoever is live on the call. So we're looking forward to this. I always love Fridays. I love doing this. It's feels like old home week to me. And then also I look forward to all of the new people that may be attracted to what we're doing. And we love that too. So we're in the middle course of summer where Leslie and I are. And it's a beautiful day today. It's a little bit cloudy, but it's sunny and wonderful. And I think it's sunny where you are, Leslie, isn't it?
Very sunny.
Yeah.
It's already
So
80,
already what?
80 degrees.
Oh my gosh, it's not that here. I'm glad it's not that here.
Yeah.
But we're in kind of this la la land that does it kind of stays somewhere in between, probably up to 70, maybe higher sometimes. But it's just I love living on Whidbey Island. So anyway, so I think we'll just go ahead and see who shows up to be with us. We see that Will is here. Thank you, Will, for being here with us. And so I want to start with the solstice energy. And one of the things that it was, by the way, it was yesterday. And the solstice signifies the time when the earth is at its fullness of her strength, fertility, and abundance. So we too can celebrate our strength in joining together, pollinating our spiritual consciousness through sharing and offering gratitude for the bounty that which we experience daily. I thought that was such a wonderful uh, kind of description of that. And how do you feel about the solstice, Leslie? Have you?
Oh, I love the reading this too, and thinking about how how we depend on Earth for so much. I mean, we are part of it, and we're you know I just can't help but feeling a lot of gratitude for the beauty, for the sustenance, for everything that it gives us. And I think it's our day to celebrate that, and our day to realize that that is a real strength in the earth,
Yeah,
and it's a strength for us.
yeah, agreed. Well, and then this person it's from the uh, website called exploredeeply.com. Kind of an interesting name. I like that. Uh, and this person goes on to say the summer solstice is a time to reflect on your personal growth and the meaning of the season of light and expansion. And we certainly are in a time of expansion. And I do believe that there is a lot of light available for us. So it's the earth, and it's also the expansion that goes into the cosmos, that it's a part of our spiritual growth. So this is the moment of our year when there is the most light available to us. In terms of consciousness, it is when we are the most present to ourselves and who we know ourselves to be. The sun represents the light of life. And, oops, I lost my place here. Just a minute. Sun represents the light of life and consciousness. Seeds are planted in the earth as well as seeds of our souls. So we are planting seeds of our souls, just like there are seeds being planted in the earth. It's a time of renewal and abundance, a time of love and expansion as the summer sun unfolds the leaves on the trees. So can our hearts open to receive the light of Source to illuminate that which is within each of us. I want to say that again because that is so important. It is a time of renewal and abundance, a time of love and expansion. And as the summer sun unfolds the leaves on the trees, so can our hearts open to receive the light of the Source to illuminate that which is within each of us. Again, you can find more of that on the website exploredeeply.com. So we have that energy still going on, just like the full moon energy. We feel it before it comes, and we feel it after it has gone into the full moon and begins to wane. But the two together, I feel it as a tremendous amount of energy in myself. And it's so important for us to be able to work with the energy that's there. So let's look at the full moon, today's full moon, and it's called a strawberry moon. And it's special in that it's the first of 2 Capricorn moons this year, with its Capricorn energy making it an ideal time to focus on succeeding in your career and work towards making our aspirations a reality. So I think of it as more aspirations in terms of fulfilling what we're here for, fulfilling our part in this world of change, that part of us that has a soul purpose here that is part of this change. So it's pretty amazing to feel this energy in addition to the solstice energy. And so, Leslie, because you are a Capricorn, you're probably feeling it a lot, and other Capricorns are, but also those who have Capricorn in their chart that's very like the ascending and their moon sign. Any of those can make it really strong. Also, I didn't write it down, but there was one I paid attention because I'm in Aries, and it said that the full moon was really going to be strong for Aries, even though I don't have Capricorn in my main signs. So go ahead and tell us kind of what you feel or what you find in this strawberry moon.
Yeah, I think the thing is, when we have whatever moon comes, whatever sign it's in, it does affect everybody. And so, but it affects everybody a little bit differently. And as far as what I'm seeing in a Capricorn moon is a lot of establishing of that, what you want to move towards, and what your and like it says, your career, your aspirations, or what you're here for, and a lot of that questioning has been going on for me and as well. And it's also about some changing in structure. Capricorn is about structures, and it's like we think of education as a structure, or political stuff as a structure, and changing structures are great when they change. So yeah, it's I think for me it's also asking a lot about what I'm here for, and the energy of it I think can be a little what do I want to say? Kind of jolting a little bit to the earth signs like Taurus and Capricorn and so forth. they can be like, okay, we're going to shake things up a bit, but you still have your own structure. You're just establishing a new level of it.
Yeah.
So,
and I think we're more and more not depending so much on the structure of the collective consciousness, but more tuning into our own unique structure. And what that means is that, yeah, it just means that we have a unique reason for being here and we have unique abilities to offer. And so the structure of our energy field and what's happening in our body is extremely important in being able to be at our highest peak of availability.
mm-hmm.
So I really like the fact that you brought up structure, because I hadn't really thought of that as being part of it. So so this is another part of it that I think is very important. The strawberry moon spiritual meaning is tied to the fact that it represents a time of new potential, renewal, and abundance in a line with ripening fruits. Our energy shifts in a positive way at this time of year. So if you've been feeling restricted by your own beliefs, then this full moon is a perfect time to renew the faith. So when a person says renew the faith, I always go to renew the connection within you that connects you to your soul, because that's where the faith is. It comes into trusting your soul, trusting your path, and then being open to also appreciate others and what they're here for and what their path is. And the strawberry moon signifies a time of change and new potential. So try and be kind to yourself and allow room for self-growth. I have felt this for some time, and we don't know exactly the timing of it, but we are in a tremendous shift. As humanity, we are in a tremendous shift. And this is our time to stay aware and do what we're here to do. If we get too tied up in all of the stuff that we see in the outer world, we're not going to be doing what we are here for. So I find that it's important to stay in touch with what's going on, but not become bogged down by it. So as this full moon occurs halfway through the year, it's a valuable opportunity to take stock and reflect on 2024 and what you've accomplished so far, as well as looking towards what you want to achieve in the second half of the year. We got some background noise here. Leslie, would you try turning down your sound and see if that helps?
Is it okay when I turn it down?
It's still there. It's weird.
Okay. I'll be right back.
Okay. So given that this strawberry moon is in the earth sign of Capricorn, do all you can to harness the power of the 10th zodiac sign to propel. Oh, yay, Stacy's joining us. Hi, Stacy. Do all you can to harvest the power of the 10th zodiac sign to propel your own hard work and ambition into allowing you to realize your goals. So we can really use the energy of Capricorn to help us realize what we're here for, to bring forward what we're here for. Oh, thank you, Stacy. That makes a big difference. Okay, so now I'm beginning to see some of the people around there. For a while, it was like I couldn't see who was there, but I think it's coming through better now. All right, so anything else you would like to say about the full moon, Leslie? Anything that strikes you about it?
Well, I think this full moon and what came up this week is going to be really tied so much together because of the changes we're going through. And you said the big word for me is trust. You know,
Yeah.
trust and allow that. You know, what comes up, and you're always supported. No
Yes. And boy, is that tough sometimes to remember.
Yeah.
That's why there's more than one of us around, so we can help each other remember.
Yeah.
So the information that I gave you on the full moon is from Glamour magazine in the UK. So it's kind of interesting to hear people's take on things, even outside of the United States, so we get a bigger picture as well.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's go into the cards that I picked for this coming week. And it starts today and it ends next Thursday. So that's the energy of today as well, which is, again, remember, is here with the full moon and the leftover solstice energy. So this is, yeah. So the card that I picked, and maybe you can find this one, Leslie, and put it up for us while I go into this. Let me get it. So right. There we go. Okay. So this one is called Vortality. And for those of you who are part of our membership called the Vortal, it was taken from this name because it has to do with a portal and a, all right, what is it?
Vortex.
Vortex. Okay. And those are two really important parts of what this time is about. We are coming to a portal that we can step through. And we're also right now in this vortex of energy. And right today, this vortex of energy is the full moon, the solstice, and our own energy and the energy of the cards that we're talking about today. So what I highlighted here, because I wanted to keep it pretty simple, but one of the things that Vortality says, organically evolving, creatively responsive, playfully present, seekers move with, within, and through the vibrations of a changing earth. Now that's a lot of information, but it's very important. So you can go ahead and put it down, Leslie, and just say what you feel organically evolving is about.
I guess I see kind of a simplistic view of it, but it's like what comes up next, you deal with that, and then you deal with that in a way that you tune in to yourself inside your inner knowing, and then you look at that and go, okay, this is what I'm going to do about it. And so you want both parts of you to me when you're organically evolving. You're here, you tap into your truth, and then you look at the outer world and make the decision that you need to make.
It's so true that if you try to look at the whole thing at once, you can get really overwhelmed.
Yeah.
And if you can do it so that you are organically evolving, it's like you said, you're going to see just the next thing. You're going to feel into, how do I react to this? Where do I go with this information? And it's, to me, organic always means that it's what is most natural. It's natural to each of us. And what's natural to me might be a little different than what's natural to someone else, but it will be very much in alignment with who I am and why I'm here. So it's so important to know that we are evolving. We are changing frequencies. We are becoming grander, I think, in terms of our ability to bring through more of our soul energy. And we are here for such an important purpose of shifting the collective consciousness. And if we get overwhelmed by the outside world, or if we get overwhelmed by saying, what do you mean shifting the whole of, the people that are in here with all their opinions? Well, all we can do is focus on what our next step is, what it is for us in this. So, and then creatively responsive. Okay, Leslie, how do we become creatively responsive?
Oh, that's a good one. Um, I just think that you look for more than one way you could work with it, you know. And that's what creativity means to me is like, okay, there's this, but there's also this. And then, you know, well, how can I put those two together to make it work? Or, you know, how not only how you're tuning in first to that self and you want to be true to yourself, but it's like in doing that, how do I respond in a way that is going to benefit myself and probably others, you know, and um, instead of like just super reactionary, you know, it's like take your time, think about it, okay,
Mhm.
and kind of be creative with it.
Yeah.
And some people, I have to say, are better than others at that. But some of us are learning that, and you know, we it's a good thing to have more than one strategy.
Yeah. The other thing is, I think creatively responsive means don't go back to just what you've done before.
Hmm.
You know, it's so easy to go back to old patterns, and they may not be appropriate for now. So, if we stay in our creativity, if we stay in that inner part of us that is our receptive yin energy, that is where we can learn how to be more creative. So I'm hoping that we will all do that. Um, then the other one is playfully present. Uh, and what does that look like?
I maybe you should tell that one first. How's
I'll
that
tell
for
you,
playful?
I'll tell you, in my new marriage, it's we've had more fun and just being silly, you know. And I think that I had tamped that kind of stuff down because life was so serious and all that kind of thing. But boy, does it ever make life easier if you can just laugh about it. And it's not about laughing at anyone. It's not about making anybody uncomfortable. It's about just enjoying life and finding those happy moments and those silly moments and allowing those to be there. Because if you know, we got to balance the seriousness with fun because
Yeah,
otherwise being here is tough.
yeah. I have the same thing in my life that I have someone that can really bring out the fun, you know, in me and in him, and we just enjoy it. But you know, I remember when I was living alone that you know you have to say, hey, I'm going to just go do this, or I'm going to have fun doing this today. You know, you just make those choices to brighten up and you know watch a funny movie. I mean, whatever you need to do, bring your energy up.
Yeah, and I really find that being able to be present in that lighter way, if I just don't have the energy for a certain task, I ask myself, okay, what is it do I do have energy for? And if it means that I need to rest for a while, I'll do that. Well, obviously, I'm in a position where I don't have a boss telling me what I need to do, thank goodness. But I think that we can all, in many ways, look at what we're doing and find out how to the best use of our energy is, because otherwise I find my creativity goes away, my sense of being able to allow things to come through me just isn't there. So the last one in this moving with change is, are we moving with, within, and through the vibrations of a changing earth? You know, the opposite of moving with, within, and through is avoiding or pushing away or grousing about what's going on. So it's kind of like this is another one of those times when we have to be totally focused. We have to be focused on feeling what's going on inside of us, on paying attention to what our reactions are, noticing when it's something that's an old pattern that's coming up, and being able to say, okay, I'm not finished with that. There's something more here, and I need to pay attention with that without getting upset. getting upset just doesn't help us. So it's just really important for us to be, uh, we need to be present at all times. Not an easy thing to do, but it is part of the practice. It's part of the evolving. So what more would you add to that?
Oh, I just was thinking as you were talking about the practice of it, because it can become a meditation or whatever you want to call it, to practice that and keep telling yourself that. It's like, I don't have to be upset. I can see this thing that came up and go, okay, all right. And I've even have friends that go, okay, thank you. All right, now I know what I need to work on.
Yeah.
And I'll get busy and do that. Just, and it isn't getting busy just to get busy. It's busy because the freedom you feel, the raising of your vibration that you feel is so worth it, and so enlivening and well-being come from that uh, it's for you, but you realize that radiates out into the world too. So it's part of what you're here for, really, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. And I think that the more that we keep that balance between being grounded with our roots into the earth and being open to the expansion of the universe and the things that are coming to us, if we can stay in that balance, we can handle the things that come. Um, and part of that balance is being with each other and helping each other, which is really one of the reasons that we set up this membership group, because we want people to feel like they're not alone. And we used to end up at the end of doing a course, people would say, "Oh, are we done?" No, but mostly it was about them having gotten to know each other and enjoying the company of the people there, and then feeling like, "Oh, now that's over." So, in this membership group called the Vortal, we can be available to each other. We're working on finding more and more ways to do that, and be able to support each other, because that's really what it's about and so important. So, so there, Stacy's helping us put up there. Check out the new community portal. So there are several ways to do that. One of them is to go on transformationaltools.com, and in the menu, you can click on the Vortal and get all the information and see if this is something for you. Oh, and the other thing, and then we'll finish this up, but I wanted to put up where you can go to get what we are sharing with you, in case you would like to look over some of this again and work on it for yourself. So there's that link to what we are sharing here. And you should be able to get into it, because I set it up so that you could, if you had the link, you could get into it. Okay, so now we're going to the color card, and we're using the little mini color cards that look like this. We have the larger cards, and the back of those are like this, and they have one color on the other side. I'm going to pick a card here and there for you.
Well, let's do our color card for this week first.
Yeah, I will. But
Oh,
when we get into that other part, I'm going to pick a card for somebody and see what this has to do with their life purpose, because that's how I like to use them, big cards. Okay, so the card for this week is the lesson in black. Now, if you will notice, each of these mini color cards have the balancing color in the middle, and the balancing color is white. And yeah, good. And one of the things, this is what it says on the little card. And the idea of the mini color cards is that it gives you something to work with right away. Maybe you're at work and you have something come up, and you need some help to figure out what to do. You can pick a mini color card. So the lesson in this one is embrace the possibilities, banish fear. Now, what I actually picked out of the book, the color card book, is the section called Time of Transformation. And here are the two things that seem to come out the most. What transformation would you like to see in this world? And what seems to be transforming in yourself? These are two really important questions that we need to deal with for right now. Because when you look at the world and you say, what is the transformation that I would like to see in the world? Then what you do is turn it around and say, am I showing that transformation in my energy and in my life? Because what happens is the more that we live what it is that we desire, the better chance we have individually and collectively of bringing that into form on Earth. And that's another reason why the question is, what seems to be transforming in yourself? One of the really cool things about asking that question is then when something comes up, you can say, okay, what does this have to do with what's transforming in me? And what else would you add to that, Leslie?
Oh, I don't know if, I guess, well, I'm wanting to talk more about the meanings and stuff of it, but I think you've hit it really well.
Okay. And I put this part in, and then I'm going to turn it over to you, Leslie, and see what else you want to add. But what I was seeing is, imagine that the collective consciousness is in a chrysalis. You know, that's before the butterfly comes out, it's that little pouch that it's in. See the butterfly as a symbol of what has been birthed. And if you do this in meditation, then you can look and say, what colors do you see? What attributes do you feel this beautiful symbol carries into the now moment? Have you noticed that you have brought that into your life already, or is that something you are still bringing into life and into your life? So, anything about that you wanted to add on to?
Well, I've always liked this symbol of being birthed because it's really, um, it's so good about how the little thing starts, you know, and how it metamorphoses metamorphosized. Anyway, metamorphosized
I love
in
that.
in the chrysalis itself. When I was teaching, we had chrysalis in our room, and the kids would watch it, you know, and beforehand they were like, "It's not moving. There's nothing happening," and suddenly it would move a little bit, nothing else, but you would know that there was movement inside, and evidently they get kind of like wormy, squishy inside first, and then as they get their wings and stuff, you begin to see them through the case, and then there comes a day, and it's like the kids are like, look, they're coming out, and the wings start to come out, and the head comes out, and it's a beautiful, you know.
I've never experienced that. Oh
Yeah,
my goodness.
they're just so, and their wings are all crunched up when they're first out. They have to flutter them and get them going, you know,
Yeah.
and eat right away. So it's just a lovely way to view I think, view our emerging things that are happening in our life, because you look back 20, 30 years, if you're that old, and you go, I'm not the same person I was then.
That's right.
Basically, yes, but so much has changed, you know. So,
Yes.
yeah.
Well, the other thing I think of black is that it is black is full of all the possibilities,
Mm-hmm.
but it's also helping us to find in that yin receptive energy, which we tend to see on the backside of the body. That is sort of the unconscious. That is kind of the place that we have things that we're still working on, or that are coming through into the consciousness. And so it's really kind of like that is a transformation that moves the energy into the conscious, and we work with it and find the beautiful gifts that it gives us, even if it's painful. So we're certainly moving through and being able to get into that. All right. Let's just ask, as this birthing process goes on in us and someone else. So Leslie, just tune in and see what color that you get.
For the transformation of us or the world or everything?
I just think maybe let's do it for us individually.
Mm. Well, I'm seeing light blue for some reason.
And I'm seeing pink. So I think the colors are really supporting us. These really soft, loving colors are really supporting us. I think that's really, really nice. Okay, well, let's now do some work with the people here to see what we can find, and what our knowing self will help us to share. And Stacy, I have not been able to get the full list. So if you want to send us a little note of who's next, that would be helpful. Find my pen here. There it is. Oh, Stacy says turquoise that she saw that. Yeah. Yeah, that I love turquoise. That is one of my favorites. And what I have on is really, this is a orange, and it's the complementary color of the turquoise. So, well, yeah, the red orange is, and that it's closer to red orange probably than orange. So Will, Grace, Winray, and April. Okay, Will, Grace. So why don't you go ahead and pick a card for Will, Leslie?
Okay. I'm going to do a luminary.
He loves luminaries.
We all love luminaries.
Yes, I think we do.
Oh.
I'm going to put Stacy on the list too.
Okay. I got
Core Crucible.
Talk about beautiful turquoise in there.
Yeah.
And gold and red and everything. Wow. That's beautiful.
Black in there too.
Yes, yes. All right, so let's look at what it says about there. It's a vibration of the number 9. It says, bring your grief and your hurt into the crucible. Bring your doubts and fears. The residue left from the drama of life is consumed, leaving only that which is fueled by passion and lived in joy. This card talks about like really big transformation, and everything is kind of set and ready to go. And it's asking us to voluntarily come to that transformation. And the message, part of the message here, I expand interdimensionally through pulsing symmetry to create this crucible. I conduct unbalanced vibrations into my core, allowing for intense transformation. I see for Will the passion and living in joy and the creativity that he brings to this time really can soar with this core crucible, because he's very I just feel like his ability to jump in and see, okay, and if he has an idea, great, let's get it going, let's try. And it feels like a surge in energetic movement.
I feel that too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, that core crucible is there to help take any residue that comes up and just transform that.
Yes. And that's a great gift when you're trying to do that.
Because it will bring up, it'll kick up the dust.
Transform the vibrations. That's right.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and pick one for Grace. I'm actually going to offer her a card that has to do with life purpose too. And then why don't you go ahead and pick for Winray?
Okay.
All right, what I got for you, Grace, is the strength in indigo, which of course has to do with your intuition, but even deeper than that, your ancient wisdom and also your psychic gifts. So I would say what I'm getting for you is, Grace, that you are using that intuition and even your psychic gifts. You're using them every day. You're using them with your family. You're using them with your work. You're using them on yourself. Wow, how cool is that? Because really, when we do that, they get stronger. We understand them better. They become more organically available to us. So that's wonderful. And then the color I picked for your life purpose is magenta. And I'm not surprised. Magenta is that color that has so much, it is also transformational, but it has that tremendous love, the love that is just so gracious and comprehensive, and it is the kind of thing that is so needed as we move forward. And that, along with your indigo, is a great combination. So, yay for you. Okay.
So, Arlene, I forgot we were doing the life cards with it.
I just said I would do one or two, but if you want to, yeah, go ahead
Yeah,
and.
yeah. For Will, I got blue, and
Of
that makes
course.
so much sense. His communication, his writing, his work, and the calendar, all that is so right up.
Totally.
Life purpose.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so what did you get for Winteray?
I got, let's see if I can do this. Dawning.
Oh, nice.
Dawning. It's a vibration of the number 11. And basically, it says that a new day dawns fresh and clear, unfolding from within and without. And accept your new growth with faith, even as you push through the fog of uncertainty.
Certainty.
Passionately,
Yes. Wow.
yeah, uncertainty. Passionately throw open your windows to the dawn and live fully. Every moment counts. And that's what I'm, part of what I'm getting for her. If there has been fog and uncertainty, this is a place to really look and really use this card this week to help you with moving through the fog. In a process of trust, cooperation, and resonant honoring each other, this dawning helps humanity to create through the empowered self and human heart. So,
wow.
Yeah, you're on a very creative place here with dawning, and it's just saying, trust, don't be afraid, open your arms wide, your windows wide, and say, okay, yep, here we go. And just see what happens. I know a lot of times lately and we just learned about it in what we've been reading about before, about the solstice and everything. That trust comes, is so needed, just allow things to play out so that they show you just how much you're supported.
Nice. Wow. All right. So I have for April.
Oh, wait.
Oh, okay.
Oh, she got gold for the life purpose.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
So this is really supporting you. Gold is such a wonderful color and goes with silver. This is the more masculine doing kind of part of it, but this is a very strong color to support you in your awakening.
Nice, nice. Okay, so what I got for April is presence. And this again, notice it has the indigo in it. So it's about being present with your knowing self, being present with your discernment, being present with your ability to use your psychic gifts to just sense what's around you. And then also notice, April, that in here you also have a beautiful turquoise. And that turquoise is what I'm getting for you about it is that you are moving into a little bit different part of your life purpose, that there's something that is coming up and through you to be acknowledged. And it's not going to mean that you're going to change a lot of things, but this energy wants to be included in where you are and what you are doing right now. So isn't that cool? So I'll do a life purpose for her as well. So and then the last one is Stacy. You want to pick a card for Stacy?
Sure.
Wow, this is really good. April, your life purpose is lime green. And that means that you are a leader in the energy that is evolving. And that means that you, whatever you do, oftentimes people think, oh, then I have to be in front of people, I have to do this or I have to do that. No, just ask your inner self, how are you to be a leader? Because we can be a leader in our family, we can be a leader with our friends, we can be a leader just by being who we are to the best of our abilities. So cool. Love that. All right, go ahead.
All right. I drew the card Wings.
Oh, good.
It's so your card today, dear. It's numbers 5 and 11. I am the freedom you seek, the completion you desire, as you lighten your load and ascend to finer and finer vibrations. I am within your reach, even when your vision is narrow and your focus becomes defined. I am available. Being free and complete is who you are. Claim it and be it. Yeah. Oh, boy.
That is so cool.
Yeah, I really get chills with that one. You're really, really on it. You're right on, right on. And here comes your life purpose part. Orange.
Orange. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, this speaks to the Qigong work you're doing and also that creativity, because this is a big place of creativity and it does come often from that chakra that just pushes us to create. So yay.
Yeah.
Beautiful one.
All right. Well, that pretty much concludes what we're here for. And we love the fact that you all came and joined us. And to those who come afterwards to listen to it, we're glad that you joined us as well. Yeah. And we will be back, I think, but next Friday, but it will be Stacy and Leslie that will be here. Peter and I are going on a little trip. And so we will, I may be watching, I'll see what's going on, but I'm really excited that Stacy and Leslie will be here for us. So thank you for coming, and thank you, Stacy and Leslie, for being here. And it just feels so good for us to be together doing this. So stay well and let's be the best that we can be in this world. Thank you, Winteray. I will have a good time. Bye for now.
Bye, everyone.